girls, welcome to another episode of the Preacher Girl podcast. You're going to love this one. You're going to get super convicted or at least feel a little guilty about it. Today's podcast is called Stop Procrastinating and Get Done. Have you ever heard the old adage that procrastination is the thief of time? Well, that is the truth. How many times have you decided, you know what? Today I'm going to get up and read my Bible and I'm going to pray and I'm going to work out. But you know what? When you woke up, when the alarm went off, you lay there for 20 extra minutes. And then you're like, I don't feel good. My neck hurts like over here, but your neck's not really hurting. All of this is your mind working in procrastination to make sure nothing gets done. By the time you swing your legs off the bed and get to the bathroom, you're chasing the day instead of seizing the day. And for the rest of the day, you chase it. Do you read your Bible? Maybe not. Maybe a verse. Do you pray? Not significantly. Do you work out? Forget about it. You're not even going to try to work out because everybody knows working out ain't that important. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, you probably have a big problem with procrastination if that is your, everyday normal. You probably also can recognize a procrastination kind of syndrome in your life if you're the kind who always had your papers handed in on the day of the deadline, maybe 5 minutes after the deadline, the midnight deadline, and you're at 12:01. That is a really good sign of self-sabotage caused by procrastinating. Today, I want to help you break the cycle of procrastination to where you have more time than you know what to do with, so you could use that extra time to do some great things, like write that book you've been saying you have no time to write because you spend too much time shopping online. Or learn that new skill, or learn to speak a second or third language, or take a baking course, or any of the things that you thought you wanted to do in your life. Or what about more productive things like doing a second job, or doing an online job, or I don't know, whatever it is that interests you or that works towards your goal in the kingdom, which is a far, in my opinion, better goal. So how do you stop procrastinating? First thing, stop lying to yourself. You have to stop the self-talk which says, I just can't do it. That is not only just a trick of the devil, it is the way that you've practiced your mind. For instance, if you have a problem with weight, let's just use that one, because don't we, all of us girls at some point go through some kind of weight issue? Of course we do. Even those ones who are skinny can't gain weight, and the ones who are fat can't lose weight. Didn't mean fat, meant overweight. You know what I meant. So all of those things, we tell ourselves, well, we can't do it, and then we find the reason. We don't have time to work out, or we can't afford a gym membership, or we don't have room in our house to do exercises, we'll knock everything over. We have a million reasons why we can't and we won't, or we shouldn't, or the doctor said I have to, take it easy. I've seen 85-year-old ladies on TV doing chair lifts, doing sit-down exercises. So there really is no reason why. How do you quit procrastinating? One, stop feeding yourself lies that we all know may not be the truth. And instead of saying, I don't have the time for it, understand that you'll always make time for what's important to you. Second, the second way to stop procrastinating is stop hitting the snooze button. I say it all the time. The snooze button is the devil. Okay, it may not be the devil, but it sure wasn't originated in heaven. It feels like heaven. That extra 15 minutes is the best sleep ever. You know why? Because your body goes into a brand new REM cycle. It feels like it is just falling asleep. It's also the reason why when you wake up the second time, you feel miserable, because your body did not get enough time to wake up naturally. If you wake up the first time your eyes open, if you tell yourself, get off the bed, swing your legs off and go straight to the shower, trust me, the rest of your day is gonna be so much better. 3, how else do you stop procrastinating? Put away social media. I don't even know how to tell you that better. You guys all know that Steve Jobs didn't let his kids get on iPads. They had a very small limit of time. Isn't it crazy that the guy who was selling iPads to everybody wouldn't let his own kids use their iPads? He said we're very careful about the limits we put and about limiting our children's screen time. Why? Because we firsthand saw the dangers that this has on people. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you won't let your kids do it, then how come everybody's kids are being fed this? It is such a healthy thing to ensure that not only your children, but you, yes, you, woman of God, put your phone down. Don't check your email a million times a day. A lot of people might email me and they realize, wait, you're not answering me. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I've limited the times I check my email to once a day or maybe once every 2 days. I have to do that because it's such a distraction. It's so easy to always check that Outlook, to see if anybody else wrote you something. Why? Because you get a little spike of dopamine and it feels like, what? I just won the lottery. You didn't. There's usually nothing there in an email that can't be said if somebody has your phone number. And if I get that if you're a student and you get communications from your professors, that's an exception. And even then, once in the morning, once in the evening should be adequate. And so definitely limit your screen time. Apple has a very, very creative and interesting feature on the iPhone. It'll tell you how much screen time you spend. Why not check that out right now? I bet you it will surprise you how much screen time you actually spend every day. And it surprised me. When I checked it out, I was like, nah, that's wrong. That can't be right. It's right. But it helps you, once you have a look at that, understand that you need to cut it down. Even with 10 minutes on social media, 10 minutes here and 5 minutes there and 5 minutes there and 5 minutes there adds up to 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes you'll never get back that you spent minding somebody else's business. So, you might say, well, Pastor Sharo, you're taking 18 minutes of my time right now on social media. This is well spent time. But if you have to turn this off and not hear me to give yourself a little bit of extra time to do what's important, that's fine with me. That's how important I think it is to put your screen away sometimes. And the last tip, what else can you do to stop procrastinating? Now you listen in, because this is important. And I say it all the time. I'm going to say it one more time. Do the hard things. Just do them. I know, you put off that bad phone call to the end of the day. You leave it, you do all the easy stuff, and you just leave the hard thing till you have no strength left and you have no choice. Just do it. You're gonna have to do it anyway. Just bite the bullet, make the phone call, write the thing, pay the bill, whatever it is. Just do it. Friends, I know it. I felt it. I've been there. I don't want to do it. Just do it. Do it. Man up, or put your big girl drawers on and just get the job done. You are strong enough, you are bold enough, and you are wise enough to be able to handle any situation that's thrown your way. And stop wasting your time. If you know that you are a procrastinator, then it is absolutely essential for you to schedule out your day, to make sure you know from 8 to 9, this is what I'm doing, 9 to 10, this is what I'm doing, and then stop. Schedule the most important things first. If you're a student, that's your homework. If you're a student of university, that's your project. If you're an author, that's your book. You definitely need to schedule your time with God. And if your family if you're a mom, your children, your spouse, if you're married, schedule that in. It's the most important and valid things in your life, and it will help you to stop procrastinating. I hope this has made a difference to you. I hope it's lit a fire somewhere in your heart that will make you get up off that sofa. You're wearing it out. Turn off Netflix. They don't pay you. Turn it off. You don't need to binge watch anything when you could be doing something so much more meaningful to the kingdom and productive for you and your family. God bless you. I love you. And I can't wait to see you again on the PG podcast. Don't forget that if God called you, no one can uncall you. And you don't need a pulpit. You just need a message. Love you.